Hello guys, welcome to my next video. This is Uday Pandit and you are watching MEP Technical World. Now I'm going to discuss about conductor, semiconductor and insulator. Let's start it from conductor. So basically what is conductor? It is the material that allow the free flow of electric current. Some examples of conductors are silver, copper, aluminum, Gi, gold and platinum. Some uses of conductors are in electric wire, cable, coil winding of transformer and motor winding, etc. Now let's discuss about energy band theory of conductor. So there are two bands in conductors, valence band and conduction band in each atom. So basically what happened in conductors, valence band and electron bands are overlap to each other. So hence, no need of external energy force to movement of valence electron to conduction band and free electrons to valence band. So actually what happened, free electrons are movements move from conduction band to valence band and valence band to conduction band. Hence conduct the electricity. Now let's come to semiconductor. So what is semiconductor? Semiconductors are materials that have property of both normal conductor and insulator, and it is also partially allow the flow of electric current. Some examples of semiconductors are germanium, silicon, and uses of semiconductors are in diodes, SCR, resistor, transistor, and etc. Now come to energy band theory of semiconductors. So here are also valence band and conduction bands, but having some forbidden energy gap. But we need some external energy to conduct or to move the valence electron from valence band to conduction band. Here is nearly about 3 electron. If we applied 3 electron volt, then valence electron will be moved from valence band to conduction band. Hence, electricity will be conducted. Now come to insulator. So basically what is insulator? Insulator does not allow the free flow of electrons. It is a just opposite to conductor and it is also called bad conductor of electricity. Some examples of insulators are PVC, dry wood, rubber, plastic, glass and etc. Now uses of insulators are in electric cable insulations and some other fields also. Now come to energy band theory of insulator. So here are also valence band and conduction band. So having more forbidden energy gap as compared to semiconductors. So we need a more electric external energy force to travel the valence electron from valence band to conduction band. So at that condition we only conduct the electricity. Near about 7 electron belt if we applied, then valence electron will be moved from valence band to conduction bands. Hence free electrons, due to free electrons, it will be conducted. It, it has some conditions. Now let's discuss about difference between conductor, semiconductor and insulator. So here are the parameter column. Next one, conductor, semiconductor and insulator. Now let's discuss each parameter step by step. Let's talk from conductivity. So regarding conductivity, for conductor it is high, for semiconductor it is moderate, for insulator it is low. Now come to resistivity. For conductor it is low, for semiconductor it is moderate and for insulator it is high. Now let's discuss about third parameter, which is temperature coefficient of resistance. So conductor is a positive temperature coefficient of resistance. So what is positive temperature coefficient? If we increase the heat on conductor, resistance of conductor will be increased. If we decrease the temperature or heat on conductor, resistance will be decreased. So we can say heat is directly proportional to resistance in terms of conductor. Now come to semiconductor. It is negative temperature coefficient of resistance. Basically what happened in semiconductor, if we apply the heat on semiconductor or increase the temperature of semiconductor, resistance will be decreased. If we decrease the temperature of semiconductor, resistance will be increased. So we can say heat is inversely proportional to resistance in terms of semiconductors. Same as for insulator also, it is also negative temperature coefficient of resistance. Now come to forbidden energy gap. In conductor there is not present of any forbidden energy gap. In semiconductor it is a small, in insulator it is large. Now come to next parameter, it is of flow of current. So electric current flow due to movement of free electrons in conductors, and in semiconductors current will follow due to movement of electron and holes. An insulator, it is almost negligible but only due to free electrons at some condition. If we applied some extra energy force, some external energy force, that is about if we applied greater than 5 electron volt, at that condition only current will follow. So this is all about conductor, semiconductor and insulator. Hope you guys are understood it. Thank you for watching my video. Hope you guys are doing well. Thank you. Please subscribe my channel. Thank you. See you in next video.